stuff like that, to make sure that you cannot cross the border. Now, it also includes control of the border to the north to an extent. There's a lot of drug trafficking that comes in through Canada. There's a lot of potential terrorism. My concern goes beyond just the whole issue of the people that are coming over. It goes to the point of saying we have terrorists that can sneak through the border of Mexico. I've been involved in the war on terror on many fronts, and I'll tell you, these people are determined to get over here. And it's not hard for them to get to Mexico, and as we've all seen, it's not hard to get from Mexico to the United States. So I think that includes beefing up our border patrol, giving them the technology they need so that they're not one man or woman covering 8 miles of ground, having the people and the technology necessary to do what we have to do to enforce that border and ensure the only people coming over come through legal means. I believe in legal immigration. We're a nation of immigrants. I'm for legal immigration. But I don't believe illegal immigration should stand, and we have a right to be very protective of who we are and determine our immigration needs. We take away and we lose that sovereignty and determination when we have a porous border. Well, folks, I wish we could stay another hour and a half and take questions. I've enjoyed this. Let me just say, we've talked obviously a lot about. Every one of us here are probably frustrated. Even if you support this bill, you're frustrated by some form of it. You either want it maybe even to be more or whatever. But I want everybody, when you leave here tonight, I want you to have your head held up high. We have been inundated in the last few years with a negative news cycle. And you know what? I mean, I'm engaging in a system that really exacerbates that. Because we get out, it's bad, and that's what we have to talk about. Because my goal and my job is to do as much as I can to make America a better place for my children when I have my grandchildren. But a lot of us just get inundated with this negative news cycle. We start distrusting each other. We start worrying and being scared, and we find ourselves thinking about all the bad things. Folks, I got to tell you, America is an absolutely wonderful country. Yeah. This is a nation that allows us to come together in this room with media here so they can write the stories they want. It's a very free system. We can talk about what we believe. Somebody can stand up and yell at me and tell me I'm such a bad guy, and probably some people in here at some point you're going to say, I don't agree with that Kinzinger on this issue. But that's your freedom to do it. You have a representative government that believes, a congressman, a congresswoman, it's one of the few jobs enumerated in the Constitution of the United States. It's a very holy position, a very sacred position. A congressperson works for you. There are so many countries around the world where people are subservient to their government. We are not subservient to our government. Right. Our government works for us. It will again. So let me tell you, I fully and deeply, 100% believe in my country. I've been in Iraq, I've been in Afghanistan. In my missions in Iraq, I have seen young people. Now, I always talk about the young people because I'm the old guy in the military, which is kind of funny. If that puts anything in perspective. But I have seen 18, 19, 20-year-olds that turn a corner in Baghdad, and they don't know who's behind a barricade on the other side. I've seen them enter buildings that are inhabited by terrorists, not knowing who's standing on the other side of that door, very bravely, very intensely, very focused on one mission, and that is protecting the United States of America. These are 18, 19, 20-year-olds who were probably 10 years old when 9/11 hit. 10 years old. But they have never forgotten, no matter how young they are, they realize every day America is a fragile democracy, and it's a fragile country, and it needs some defendant. And they're going to go over there and they're going to defend our country. So if you ever sit here, sometimes when we're in our own country and we get so mired down in the politics is a good thing. That's what gives us our freedom. That's what allows us to speak. We have two parties that represent 300 some million